Minecraft, of course, again. But today I'm going to tell you a little story that happened to me back in 4th grade. So first off, let's go ahead and get started with the world. So which world do we want to do? Or do we just want to do a server? Because I'm thinking about doing a server. Because if I try playing any menu... Oh! Coming soon, so they're making a new server. You know... You know what? Since it's coming soon, maybe in a couple of days, we will wait for the coming soon server and see what they made new. So I have to make sure that's none of these, because if it is, then I'll just, yeah. As I'm thinking just about doing this, because I'll try doing the build battle. I suck at building. Hide and seek, I kinda love hide and seek. Death run. Social hub. Treasure wars. You know, let's just go ahead and play one of ours. But like I said, so this happened to me a few, well, you know, a few months ago, I guess. Either months or weeks, because if it was a week, then I'll just be like, well, I'll just say about, so I'll say about like 1 week or a month. Only a week or a month, I'm not sure. Hold on for some reason, just going to do this. And put my spawn point. But like I said, this happened to me a few months ago. So regular school day, yeah, that happened. And then one day, one of my friends said, hey, how about we all go to, how about we all get Snapchat and, you know, like add each other. And then I'm like, hey, sure, okay. So I'm like, why not? Because what would happen? So at school, whenever it's like the end of the day, we all gave each other snaps, all that, normal. And then after we added each other, last night we were all like, you know, like Kate and I, you know, doing all the regular stuff. And then after I went to go get something to eat, of course, because I was like hanging out with them, went to go get some popcorns and, you know, regular stuff. But then for some reason, everyone left because, I don't know, they all had to get sleep. So there's Zayden, of course. So Zayden went out and, you know, like went to sleep and stuff. After Zayden left, and then Xavier was playing Fortnite, of course, the regular, what all of us does, of course. I kind of play Fortnite, just I don't play it that much because, well, I am a kid who likes playing Minecraft because I know what to do, and because I love killing people in Minecraft. So that happened, blah blah blah, skip into like some couple of days or so. But then for some reason, okay, so so there was just me, Xavier, and another girl, and then I forgot, Ariana? Either Ariana or Ariel. No, it was either Ariana. Because why would it be Ariel? So because I have cousins who name Ariel and Ariana. Like I was saying, that happened, blah 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 blah. We all started talking. Xavier's like, yeah, okay, sure. But then there's one thing, Xavier went to go to sleep, and then I'm like, okay, I'll just go to sleep too. But then and then Ariana or Aria or something. I'm just saying Ariana because I don't know what her name is now. And now we're still in 5th grade, and she's in another classroom, of course. and we're still at the same school. So I'm like, okay, good. She went to another school, but whenever I went back to school, because there was like the tests, like like the STAR test, of course we all have to do. I'm pretty sure I did great on it. It was either the reading, but the math I kind of did good on it. I'm pretty sure. But science, I'm pretty sure I got like 60, 70. But then for some reason, at the end of the fucking not the end of the fucking day. Whenever we were about to go to the classroom, and then I had to wait for Miss Gladney, she was right. Okay, so hold on, let me try and shit. Okay, hold on, these. Okay, so this is where I was sitting. I was like sitting right here, doing everything, and so my best friend Mia was sitting right there. And then we were like talking, blah 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 blah. 6 feet, of course, because yesterday she was complaining. 6 feet, 6 feet. Boy, literally, Adelaide was sitting right there, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then for some reason, there she was. She was right across from here. So this is where I was sitting. She was sitting right there. And then out of fucking nowhere, I see her again. No. So I was sitting right over there. She was sitting right here. And then so I was like, what? And like the last time we met was on Snapchat. And now we met again in class, looking at each other, wondering what has happened. And so I'm like, and then we accidentally like stared at each other for like a couple of minutes, and then Mia's like looking at me, and while I turn around and just be like, yeah, okay. Just looking forward because the last time we met was kinda nerve-wracking. Okay, so this is what happened last night on Snapchat, and that's why we never talk anymore. Because it was embarrassing. So, okay, so she thought like her house was haunted because she used to hearing stuff. And so I wanted to go to sleep so bad. And then she's like, can you please stay with me? Because I think like my house is haunted. But then she forced me. She literally forced me to stay on that call. And I'm like, okay, because I know how she feels. Houses are haunted and they're scary. Because last night I'm like, okay, you got this. Like every single night I'm always thinking like someone's watching me. Because every single time whenever I try to go to sleep, it's like doesn't work. Like seriously. Like every single time I want to go to sleep, it's like someone is like near me. Like, you know how like people say like they're always like hot and like out of nowhere and cold? No. Some reason last night I'm like, why the fudge is my room so cold? Like it's always cold and it's always hot. Like every single time I try to go to sleep, it's always cold. It's like I can always go to sleep no matter what. It's like whenever it's cold, I'm like, why the fudge is like so cold? Because I had a blanket on me and my AC was off, and I'm like, is someone in here? Is someone hugging me to death or something? Is someone like next to me trying to like kill me or something? So that happened, and I'm like, okay. And then I stayed with her until she fell asleep. I'm like, go to sleep. And then she's like, I can't go to sleep, I can't. And then we just started talking about something. People would think that we started talking. No. We just sat there on the phone while I'm laying down on my bed trying to go to sleep. Well, I had my camera on, literally showing my face laying down, while she has her camera on, literally watching YouTube, scared to go to sleep. But then she went to go, like, get something to eat, brought her with me, because she's literally so scared that she has to bring her phone with her. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? And then whenever that happened, I'm like, to this day, we're both thinking, what the hell happened to us? Like, in this day, we're just like staring at each other, knowing what happened those weeks, years, those years that we spent with each other, and that went like, now we're all good. So, me and her used to be best friends. We're like, yeah, we're good. So me and her used to talk. Because our teacher's like, okay, you and her have to work on a project. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so whenever she first came, I'm like whenever she first came, because she was the person, like, she was like the new kid, and then I'm like, okay, yep, we're all good. And then for some reason, my friend, Mia, she's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, what's up too? And so we started talking, you know, we made friends with her. And then after that, we started being friends. And then we gave each other a snap and blah, 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 you know what happened. But then, okay, so it was like, so we didn't have school. So it was like, so yesterday was like Friday. And then the day that we were on the phone was, it was Saturday. And then so whenever that happened, then out of nowhere, she falls asleep, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm just joking. For some reason, I passed out of sleep because I was so tired. So I'm like, I'm a person who falls asleep easily. Like, I'm like a loner now. I'm like a loner who literally, like, I'm like kind of like a quiet kid and kind of popular back then. And now I'm going to 6th grade. I thought I heard it in the room, but now I'm just thinking I'm going crazy. Yeah, probably just hearing things. But you know what happened, blah, 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 blah. And then now we just look at each other wondering what the hell happened. Like every single time, like I'm trying to look away while I notice that she's looking at me. Like I kind of noticed her looking at me like a couple of times, but it's normal because we do not look at each other because of how, well, like wondering like a person on the phone with their best friend, and then they fall asleep, and then they never talk again. That's nervous. Like, come on, like what kind of person wouldn't go on like a phone with their friend, and then they're like, what? And let's see, what am I supposed to do? The only thing that I am for sure is that either I'm gonna go to Baker or I'm gonna go to something else. I'm gonna have to ask my mom. So we're not for sure either what to do. And as soon as that happened, I'm wondering what am I supposed to do? Because I'm in 5th grade. I'm still in 5th grade, and I'm about to go to 6th grade. Literally, like, I'm not for sure. And Miss Gladney told me that, oh, if you're not for sure, and then if you're sure about going to Baker, then go ahead and get your mom, and, you know, call her and tell her about what I'm supposed to do, and, you know, all that stuff regular. Hold on. I heard the spider. I heard the goddamn spider. Like I said, blah 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 blah, skip to the point where, you know. So after I passed out and fallen asleep on the phone, she passed out and fallen asleep on the phone because now, you know. And then I finally wake up and I'm like, what the hell? And then I noticed that I was like turning around from the phone, like falling asleep, because she noticed, and she's like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking that she went on YouTube and just like, you know, because I only remember that me falling asleep and then taking out my glasses and then like passing out of sleep. Like after that, I'm like, what the hell happened to us? And so after that, well, we usually barely talk anymore because of that day. So yay, good for me, good for me. So that's why I just never have friends at school. That's why I have online friends. Because why the fudge would I do that? Because last time I had it like a real friend. Her name's with Destiny, and then you know how everything happened. Hold on. And then after that happened, we just never talked anymore because of that. Why the fuck was a zombie in my bed? Was those two like trying to like mate or something? Is this now like zombie mating or some shit? Do zombies now just like, you know, never mind. Yeah, never mind. I forgot to kill this. Thank you, and thank you. Wait, hold on. So, if you pause the video and then go back where it shows like the little island, that was our old one. This is now our new one. You see how everything changed? Yeah, that's why. We used to all have like a little island, and then we just used to like, you know, like we're like, okay, we're gonna make it bigger, and this is what happened. We made it much more bigger. But like I said, after that, you know, fell asleep on the phone. Yeah, I woke up, and then I'm like, what happened last night? Well, I'm just like right there, and then I see her sleeping, and I see her phone like just like right there, just watching her sleep. I'm like, hey, wake up! And then I like call her name multiple times, telling her to wake up, which she doesn't. So after that, I literally just like, you know, like, we literally stopped talking just because of that. So after that happened, yeah, you know. You just, you know, after that, I'm sorry to say this, but I got rid of Snapchat because, first off, I really wanted a game, and second off, I'm like, you know, I will always remember the password, and now today I forgot it. So now I have multiple Snapchat, so yeah, and that's why I have multiple, because I don't want any like people following me, you know, trying to kidnap me. So yeah, I need a life. So after that happened, we never talk. Oh, long live the king. Hold on. There we go. And like I said, we haven't been talking. Not even once. Nothing that we've done. It's stared at each other. We have not said hello. We have not waved at each other. We have done nothing. So yeah, that's the story of how how I hate Snapchat. And you know, if I what time is it? So since it's 5 and then until it's 6, then I will go ahead and see if I have time to tell one more story. Wait, oh no, it's already 5:44. Maybe I do have time to say a story because until 6 I'm gonna have to get off and then go ahead and go back to sleep because I'm tired as fudge. Flip it then, hold on. Please don't tell me that I you can't trust people now these days. You can't trust them. And as I'm pretty sure someone's going to come into my house and then break in. Which I'm pretty sure that person won't because I have an address. So I can change my address to whatever I want. Which I'm pretty sure I think he's gonna go to the old house and then come to this house. Which my parents are awake, so Wait, hold on. When did she add Allie? Hold on, hold the phone. Cause I'm calling 911.